Amazing. Yeah, so like Dan mentioned, I've been starting work as director of the Community Arts Precinct, which Adam and Eliza and Dan and others have all been working on. It's really, the idea started in 2019, but with lockdown and COVID and everything, it's kind of taken a few hiatuses. But on the next slide, John, there was a industry roundtable that Eugene ran with Eliza and Adam and co. that spoke about, now this was after that big lockdown that we had last year, and we wanted to create a co-working space and an arts precinct that supported artists, especially coming out of COVID, them not having resources and sometimes not, definitely not getting some support from the government that they really needed. So predominantly it is to support artists, but it's also a place for all creatives and entrepreneurs and people in this community to come together and to have, yeah, I'll get John, if you want to put the second slide up. The three things that they wanted to work on in this meeting was they wanted to help some of the financial issues that St. Cass were having by creating a non-profit. But they also wanted to meet the needs of the community, the creative and arts community, our local community as well, to start bringing people in from the local community to see what we're doing here, and also for the church congregation as well to have I guess a ministry or a place where we can all come together. And one of the things that they noticed was that St. Cass has a lot of underutilized spaces, which included the upper hall and the lower hall and the back rooms and everything. There was so much opportunity for us to do some really cool things. So on the next slide, it hasn't come up with there we go. So yes, the first thing that we have was we have a partnership with the gym upstairs. And if you want to just keep flicking through these circles, John, I'll just talk to all of them. Yes, so there's 4 different opportunities that they noticed. We have counselling facility rooms that we've had counsellors previously working in the space. We have the gym working upstairs as well. And we also have the church community facilities and a really robust arts community that we've had for many years. A lot of artists are really drawn to working here. There's a lot of creative energy. And we found that those were real opportunities and wanted to build on those to support people in need in the time of COVID. So moving on to the next slide, Eliza noticed that it was like St. Cass was built on these 4 pillars of well-being: creative well-being, physical well-being, mental well-being, and spiritual well-being. And so that's where St. Cass Arts Hub is actually being built on those pillars. Everything that we do through the Arts Hub, we want to be offering creative, physical, mental, and spiritual well-being to those, to the arts community, to the church community, and to the local community. So moving on to the next slide. This is our vision. I don't know how much if you can read that, but basically our Arts Hub is designed to be a third space that is local and active with people for creative practice and to meet daily needs, to meet, connect, and to grow. And we are wanting to build this Arts Hub into a space that a lot of people come to. It's active, it's welcoming. There's places that people can work on their creative projects. They can book it, or there's informal spaces. There's paid and free opportunities, and there'll be activities and events run in the Arts Hub in our spaces. And we saw that the benefit for that was that we can reclaim this hub with all of the space that we have available to create something really amazing and forge those professional, human, and spiritual connections. And with that social connectivity, bringing more hope into the area, into the space, and just for all of the communities that we're trying to help as well. So on to the next slide. Some initial ideas that we're going to start relaunching. The first one is the idea of Activate Thursdays, which is inviting people from this community on site to start co-working in the space, whether you're working on a creative project or a business project or something like that. We want people to start just coming in and working in the space together. And that can also include, I know last time we ran this we did it on a Wednesday, John and Dan actually ran a discount headshot day as a pop-up for people to have their photos taken and things like that. So there's all the, if there's anything that you guys want to do, if there's any ideas, feel free to get in contact with me. But the most important part of it is just to have, the St. Cath's known people coming together. And the first Thursday that we're wanting to do that, and that is pending restrictions, will be on August the 5th. So that'll be not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after. Yes, but we'll be keeping an eye out on what COVID is doing, and there'll be more updates in the coming weeks about what's happening with that. But put that date in your diary. Hopefully it goes ahead, and we'd love people to come in and to start working on their projects together in the space. So the second step there is pop-up trials to test ideas and engage community. Some things that we've already done included a book writing day. Other ideas that have been thrown around is like a painting in the courtyard, or having different rental options for a rehearsal space. And we want to just be having these little pop-up trials to test different ideas and to see whether the community likes them. And if the community does like them, then we can start looking at having them as longer term projects. I'll also be building a mailing list for the Arts Hub soon, so we'll be able to have that one-stop connection as well. And then that should say 3. But the third step is activating the edges. What we spoke about was that the local community, their eyes are drawn to changes on site. So having different things pop up around St. Cath's, like a chalkboard with questions, creating a little street library or a pantry, having a hopscotch or a bucket of chalk or something, or having these temporary changes to the front of the site can get people to kind of like, oh, there's something going on here. So we really want to start making those little changes as well and have a bit of fun with it. So if you have any ideas about that, that's also something to keep in mind. So moving to the next slide, John, thank you. The final slide it should be. Great. This is my email. I'll probably create an Arts Hub email in the coming week, but for the moment, feel free to get in contact with me via that email, or send a Facebook message, or message St. Cath's, write a connect card, whatever you like. I'll get it. And yeah, there's been people that have already got in contact with me about their ideas, so there's things moving, and it's going to be really exciting. So if you want to know more, or if you have any ideas, want to be involved in some way, get in contact, and I'll bring more announcements in the coming weeks. Thanks, guys.